All right, we're going to go ahead and introduce the terms for this week. This is Level D Vocab Unit 1A. And so what we're doing here is basically just going through the flashcards or the cards option on Quizlet. In later units, you can do this on your own, but I wanted to show you how to go through and do this, and also to provide pronunciations and some clues and hints on this week's words. Our first word is admonish. Okay, again, when you're on the flashcard itself, you can literally just click on this little button here, and that will go through and read the word to you so you can get the pronunciation. Okay, admonish means to caution or advise against something, to scold mildly or remind of a duty. So your parents might admonish you if you do something wrong. That's a good example of that. Again, this is not like a big thing or a big deal. It's just a mild scolding to kind of remind you of something that you should or shouldn't do. That's admonish. Okay. Next word is commandeer. Again, you see the word commander is kind of the word within the word there. To seize for military or official use. So I always remember that a commander would commandeer something. Maybe the police commandeer your vehicle to trace down someone, or maybe the military commandeers your home so they have a place that they can lodge their troops. Commandeer. Our next word is cumbersome. Okay, cumbersome means clumsy, hard to handle, or slow moving. So again, I note that cumbersome and clumsy both start with C, so that's something that's kind of useful. The word itself is kind of long, so the word itself might be a little bit cumbersome. And again, we're talking about this. It doesn't necessarily mean that something's heavy. It just means it's kind of awkward and hard to move. Our next word is deadlock. Okay, a deadlock means a standstill of two equal forces or to bring to a standstill. So it can be a noun or a verb. Because if you have a deadlock or something is deadlocked, it means that no one's going to win. Again, I basically think about this almost like people that are arm wrestling, right? And they're locked in this battle, and they're going to battle until someone dies. Like no one's going to give up. So deadlock means to be something that cannot be decided. A dilemma. Okay, a dilemma is a difficult or perplexing situation or problem. Normally with a dilemma, you have more than one option, usually two options, and neither one of them is a good option. So I always remember with dilemma, there's two M's. It helps me to remember to spell it. And the fact that when I have a dilemma, I normally have two things that I'm kind of choosing from. Okay, so dilemma, a difficult or perplexing problem. A situation where there's not really a right answer regardless of which choice you select. The next word is muddle. Okay, muddle means to make a mess of, to get by, or it can be a noun meaning a hopeless mess. So you see the word mud is in the word muddle. I think that mud is something that can be kind of messy, and so muddle means to make a mess. Predispose, again, breaking this word into its two parts. Pre meaning before, dispose meaning that you're inclined to something. So to incline to beforehand means predispose. Again, if your family, someone in your family has prostate cancer, okay, you might be predisposed to that. Or if someone in your family has high blood pressure, you might be predisposed to that condition. It doesn't mean you're going to get it. It just means that the chances are increased because of the fact that somebody else had that before you. Relinquish. Okay, relinquish means to give up, to let go. So if you relinquish control of something, you let go of it. If you relinquish something that you own, you give it back to somebody else. Relinquish. Salvage. Okay, salvage is the opposite of relinquish. It means to save or property that is saved. So if I save something from a fire or a shipwreck, it would be salvaged. It's property that's been saved in that way. Okay, so if I salvage something, it means that I save it. Spurious is our last term. Okay, spurious means not genuine, not true, or not valid. So if a spurious claim is made, it means that it's not true. So the idea that I'm making a claim, I'm saying something that's not factual. Okay, so spurious, not genuine, not true, or not valid. Those are your terms for this week. Spend some time on Quizlet practicing using the Learn option by clicking on the link below, and then take the little quiz at the end to make sure that you understand the terms. You will not be able to move forward in the course until you pass that quiz. So make sure that you spend some time studying the terms. This part is just over the definitions.